Is the Z Fold 6 the best foldable ever? I'm going to make this very short and sweet. For anyone who is going to be using this and this is their only camera, and that means something, like that, it's a big deal for you, you don't get this phone. Like, if you think that this camera has anything on a S23 Ultra or an S24 Ultra or even a S22 Ultra, just just don't watch this video. Literally, it is what it is. The camera's not that good. Now, for everyone else, if you want to get good, clean, decent low light quality, um and you're good with that, you're okay with that, you're not like working, taking any photography or anything like that, this phone might be the single greatest thing you will ever purchase. um and it took a while. I had the Z Fold 3, excuse me, I had the Z Fold 2, and then it was insurance claimed and they didn't have another 2, so they sent me a brand new 3. And then I had that 3 for like a year. I had the 2 for like a year, I had the 3 for like a year, and then I traded the 3 in for the 6. So that's how I got here. That's my story. Now, the 2 was actually really, really like ahead of its time. I used it as a secondary phone, so I can't really give you a experience in terms of like that was my daily. It was not my daily. I always had another phone. I've had 2 phones for, I think, like maybe 5 years now, probably 4 or 5 years, something like that. I can say that after so many iterations of this phone, they finally nailed it in terms of size, pocketability, weight, texture, feel, overall look, and even in terms of the hinge. I mean, I can't believe how many light years we've jumped in terms of the hinge. Something that was seemed very complicated in the beginning. I do want to just get rid of a few concerns that people may have. Um, I wouldn't take this phone to a beach. That's not. So you're gonna run into some issues there. It is an incredible productivity device. I really wanna give me just a second. I really wanna highlight the fact that I think this is an incredible work device. Um, Other than that, it's going to be very difficult to justify this. My issue here, because I'm trying to explain this in a way that would hopefully, resonate or apply to more people, because my situation is a little different. This phone, the S23 Ultra, I had before this, I had the S22 Ultra, which also had an incredible camera. And I take pictures like as a camera, that is such an incredible phone. You cannot go wrong from the S22. I don't know about the S21. I think I was using an S20 plus at that time, and then it was a 512 gigabyte, so I just held on to it for a couple of years. So I skipped the 21, but the 22, because I think the 20 didn't have an Ultra, right? Let me see. Is there an S? Uh, there is an S20 Ultra. Would you look at that? So I didn't have this one. I had the S20. So they did have an Ultra. Really cool, actually. Spam calls. Unbelievable, right? It's just what we got to deal with in today's day now. So I had the S20 Plus, had a pretty good camera. I probably should have gotten this phone, but at that time, pictures weren't the biggest deal for me. I was working on other things in my life. I had this camera actually as my photography camera, the camera that I'm using for my webcam now. So times were different, which called for different equipment. But in today's day, uh, these cameras, the S23 Ultra, 22, 21, the 20 probably. I mean, this I'm reading the back of this. It says what 100x. Can you guys see that? Is my head in the way? Yeah, my head is in the way. When I zoom in there, 100x. So we had the 100x from the S20 Ultra. So I'm pretty sure that these cameras are phenomenal. Let's go to Phone Arena for a second. Oh, GMC Arena. 108 megapixel camera. I mean, that's just insane. That's insane. For S20 4 years ago, that's really insane. Um, so I've been working on this device, and the thing is that it's just way too big, way too bulky. And you know where Apple offers the iPhone Pro. So you get the Pro camera, which would be like the Ultra camera, and you get in a smaller, body size. That's the issue that I'm having right now, is that Samsung doesn't offer this camera in a smaller device. This specific device is paid off, so I'm not gonna be trading it in or getting rid of it. This is an incredible camera for production, for time lapses, for third angles, fourth angles, uh, for using as remotes for DJIs or other devices you may have around the house. Control your lights, control your speakers. Just imagine the limitless options you have, of what you can do with a home smartphone. I guess that's what I kind of designated this to be. And it's an incredible home smartphone. It's like, how much is an S23 Ultra right now? Caramel, you don't mind, right? Look, it's going for like, $700 still, the lowest I'm seeing here. I'm sure if we go to Amazon, Amazon, yeah, I mean, it's pretty expensive, pretty expensive. So this phone is incredible. And I'm not gonna get rid of it. I'm not gonna trade it in. So, however, I did trade in the Z Fold 3 for the 6. So that's kind of, you know, my foundation is that because I have this phone, I can justify loving this phone. That's kind of unfortunate, and I really wish it didn't have to be that way. Um, because this phone absolutely needs the ultra camera. I mean, at this point, at this price tag, it really sucks because for me, I can't rely on this. I can't walk out the house ever if I'm ever working or I feel like I'm running to something creative and I might need my camera. Few things it does great. I mean, um, I'll actually do another live stream posting pictures, all Z Fold 6 pictures. Um, it doesn't do a bad job. I mean, let me see if I can find a nice photo here for you. Can you see this? It's kind of difficult. This is probably not the best way to. I'm doing a terrible job showing you this right now. There's a better way to do it. If you catch another live stream, just subscribe and I'll definitely make a live stream showing you all Z Fold 6 videos and pictures. They're not that great. If anything, I took a picture with my Z Fold 3 and the 6, and I had my girlfriend decide which one was which, and the 3 actually had the better picture in that moment. I'm not really sure what I did wrong, but I got the 3 to look better than it does in the 6. I don't think at the time I chose the 50 megapixel. I didn't know I don't think I knew I could switch at that time. But still, even as the base camera, the 3 won. Other than the camera, again, I went through this entire spiel. Um, how long has my spiel been? 10 minutes. 10 minutes explaining that if camera is important to you, then this phone is not for you, right? Other than that, this is the greatest phone that has ever came out. And yes, of course, there's other really cool phones, other really cool foldables, but fuck that software. Fuck all that. You're wasting your time. This is a company that has been doing foldables since the beginning. They were the first one to do it, as far as I know. Mainstream, big time. I'm sure there was a lot of prototypes and a lot of promises and this and that. This phone right now is the greatest phone that you could have in your pocket. And I'm telling you, the camera does a decent job. The screen is fantastic. The software that supports all of this, that basically helps you, whether that's using half screen, multi-screen, front screen, switching between the front, when to use what, which camera to use. It can get very complicated. I even remember in Z Fold 2, I had major issues when I would have YouTube video as a pop-up, and then I would open Google Maps, and then the system would have some difficulty deciding which pop-up it is that you want. And now it has a much easier way of doing it. You can literally swap pop-ups. Like, basically if I have YouTube pop-up, I can swap it into the G Maps pop-up. So there were some issues there. Not too many that, like, honestly, what year did the Z Fold 2 come out? I mean, 2020. So would you look at that? I got the S20 Plus 512, and I had the Z Fold 2 in 2020. I thought this was the cool phone to get. I believe I got the 6-month promotion. You know how there's the pre-order and then there's the 6-month, So I did the 6-month. I got a good deal. Actually, I'm lying. I got no deal. I paid full price for this. I paid full price for this phone. It was $17.99 or $16.99 at the time. I paid full price. I did a monthly with AT&T, and I paid it off over the course of 2 years. I believe that was the plan. And yeah, and now this phone is paid off. This Z Fold 6 is about to be paid off in like a week and a half, and I just got it just a few weeks ago. So it's incredible that in 4 payments this is going to be paid off, because they gave me Samsung gave me $1,200 for my Z Fold 3, and that also plays a part in the fact of why this phone is incredible. Not only because the phone is incredible, but because the software behind the phone is incredible, and the brand behind the phone is incredible, because they give you high value for your trade-ins. You will not find this anywhere. There's always some kind of deal going on right now. Let's see. Look, what is it? Look, save up to $1,500 with your trade-in. Save up to $1,500 on this for your old device. That's incredible. As long as you take care of it. Like, look, this is the one I got right here. By the way, I'm gonna learn how to do those easy swaps, how they do it on YouTube. Like, it'll be, when I'm speaking. I don't know if they're doing that live or it's edited, but it's pretty fucking cool. But you can see me here. So even like today, right? You can get what 1614. Why is it so heavily discounted? extra $300, and then you can save another 120 based on the color that you choose. That's crazy. I almost got the white one. It's really nice. Maybe I should have, because I have a case on it anyway. Oh, but then the sides wouldn't have looked as nice, like this gunmetal metallic type finish. So you know what? I take that back. But boom. Yes, trade in. And then even you get 300 instant credit. That's just crazy. They just want you to have this phone. It is this. It's like, look at this. Oh, they're giving 900. I actually got 1100. So that's pretty cool. And then if I had the 4, I would have got 1200. Something like that. I don't have my exact. I probably have it on an email somewhere. So what does it come out to? After all this discount, after $900 trade-in for the Z Fold 3, I mean, you can edit this based on what you have. If you have a 5, you're trying to trade in a 5. 4 is good. 5 is an extra 200. I got 1100 for my 3, and they're doing 1000 for the 4 right now. So pre-orders, again, just another reason, another major part that it just is so important is the whole pre-order is how much discounts you can get. If you're a student, you can get the Samsung Education Offer program. I mean, and then the cases are discounted and the accessories are discounted. I mean, they just like, look, let's say you have a 4, you know, from a 4 to a 6, that's not a bad upgrade. Okay, boom, $1,000. Yes, I agree. So now you got to pay $764. That's not bad for a, you know, $2,000 phone. The fuck? This phone is $2,019 if you want the 512. 2019. And the 1 terabyte is $2259. Thank God for external SSDs, right? Because you could just get the 256 base model and work off that at this point, which I also highly recommend. Get yourself an SSD. You don't have to pay these phone companies for storage anymore. You know, you buy one SSD, and then forever after that, you could get the literally the base model on any on any phone. Damn, AT&T beating me to Apple? Wow, I haven't seen this video. It's one hell of a video. This is what I need right here. This is what I'm going to be replacing my second device with. So I always had 2 devices, one for work and one for personal and entertainment and fun. One has like banking apps and, you know, some secure information, and this one has like almost like none of that. But this is being designated to a smart home controller. And then on the road with me, it'll be an extra camera if I ever need it. But what I need for work right now is this little bad boy right here, which again will justify why I love this phone, because I can continue having this phone as is. I hope, I mean, even when they release the Z Fold 7 or the Z Fold 8, even if they put in an incredible camera, I'm probably not going to upgrade. I always do 3 years. You know, I'm very comfortable with 3 years. I think Samsung devices hold up, they hold their value, and the buyback program is just incredible, the trade-in program. So it leaves me comfortable. And you could have minor nicks and scratches. It doesn't just not cracked, but you don't have to even have a case. If you feel like you could take care of your device, it could have like buff marks and scratch marks. You're gonna get the same high value. So that's really incredible. But right here, it's a nice color, right? I would have to see it in person. Then I could decide a little better. Um, Now for me, it's gonna be tough because I could probably live with the 15 Pro. I may not need a 16 Pro, so I gotta see what the price difference is, and then I can make a move from there. Boy dies, he just. So that's my take. I do think this is the greatest Z Fold to have ever existed. However, camera is very important, and this camera is not that great. So I really, I hope that helps. The software and everything else behind it is brilliant. It's amazing. It's fast. It's meant for work, business. It's reliable. I mean, everything you're looking for in a business phone is right here. The way you could feel about the Palm Trio, I mean, you don't even need a stylus. How many people use stylus anymore? But back in the day, the way you would think about a BlackBerry, the way you would think about a Palm Trio, is how I would absolutely think about a Z Fold 6. And that's my take. Thank you for sticking around. If you've been here for the last 20 minutes, 21 minutes, I applaud you, and I really I appreciate the support. And leave a like, subscribe so you can catch the next video. And I will do another live stream posting pictures and videos